we had a great combination of guest speakers. We had Colleen setting the scene with what hubs were doing locally, a little local history, thoughts on where they are at and where they're going. So that is great, and that was really appreciated, and I think it really set the day well for us in what's happening locally. Secondly, I think we had, with Margaret, a really important contribution in terms of how does this fit in with what's happening across the country? Where's the policies going in terms of the state and federal governments? And also, just as importantly, what resources are available? And even more importantly, I'd say, from a lens perspective, the great emphasis on strategic partnerships and using those resources that are available to all of us in the community. Then we followed on to the inspiring. I thought the inspiring from Anthony and Karen. They didn't come here saying, we've got this sorted, here's what you have to do, but they gave us some very powerful messages, some great strategies, lots of thought-provoking stories, and the reinforcement for everybody knows in this room, that is, there's many challenges in every school, there's many challenges in our community, but there's also many opportunities. And if we can think broadly, laterally enough, there's a lot of support out in that community. Because I'd really like to emphasise that one. Here in Hume, Hume has an enormous number of resources at your disposal, so we say. We've got a whole range of very well-connected, not-for-profit organisations working in our community. We've got a local government and are using in one of their buildings today, who are very proactive in education, lifelong education, in encouraging its whole community to be involved in education. And can't say that for every local government across Victoria. We have and Nikki's already strongly pointed out to us, we have the Hume Youth Commitment. We're not starting from scratch. There are lots of strategic partnerships that are working well. There's lots that are underutilised and can be used better. And we've got lots of schools who are very, very supportive in working with their communities and trying to improve the outcomes for their young people. It's with a challenge for us at the end of the day, I believe, is to let's harness all those, let's be really strategic in how we use them, let's be coordinated in the way that we approach that. And hopefully today has been a good start. In finalising, before we lock the doors and you fill in your green forms, as the final thanks. That is, firstly, and I've already done it, but I'll do it again, our guest speakers, and I think that was a great mix and very impressive guest speakers. Thank you to our sponsors and supporters. That's the Better Futures Local Solutions Fund, who have made this possible. I've already mentioned the Hume Council, the Hume Global Learning Centre here in Craigieburn for using their facilities. The Middle Years Working Group. The Middle Years Working Group has been only in existence in terms of the lifespan of the organisation here, very short time. But the Middle Years Working Group has made a big, so we say, inroads into working in this area of hubs, transition, and family engagement, and I look forward to their further work, because what they've done so far has been very impressive. Just on actually today, the Education Summit Working Group helped put all this together, supported Jim and her organisation, so thank you very much for that. Obviously, I'd be very remiss if I didn't thank the LEN team. The LEN team, as usual, has been incredibly impressive. We've got Jem, who's done most of the hard slog. Thank you, Jem. Well done. And also Nikki and your work here in the Hume community as our partnership broker in Hume, and all the other background people. So thank you very much. I know Jem's wants to have a final say, of course she normally does. I'd just like to encourage you all to go out there and really use what you've learnt today, think about it, and I think, as a number of speakers pointed out, it's not going to all happen tomorrow, but we'll start today and things will improve, and in the end, What are we all here for? It's developing those ideas, getting that community support, using those partnerships so that our young people have a better future. So in doing that, I think it's, so I'd like to thank especially, lastly, all you people who've been here today. You've shown your commitment with your time and your presence and your effort in being here. So I'd like to thank you all for that very much.